place behind me is going to be the location of Terminal Tower. When it's completed, the 1,100-foot building will be the tallest building west of the Mississippi. I attended this groundbreaking to announce the news, and, well, here's what happened. And Riskin, we go way back to Oakland when you were working for city manager Robert Bob.
That's right.
And I was trying to bring the Super Bowl to Oakland.
That's right.
It's great to see you. Now you are involved, with this groundbreaking here. So, how do you feel and what do you think?
I feel great, for San Francisco and the region. I think when you think of how this region needs to grow and develop, I think this project epitomizes how that should happen. It's building the infrastructure, putting the transportation together with good land use planning, and putting the density where the transportation is. That's how this region should grow. That's how we should accommodate the growth. This is the epicenter of where that growth will be. The new Transbay Transit Center, and now this project and others like it. Putting the land use and transportation planning together, this is how it should happen. So it's a great day for the region.
Quite agree. Tell my viewers when this is all going to be done and people are going to be able to...
Good morning, everyone.
Well, the center opens.
We're going to get started.
Cool. Well, hey, that's you. All right. See you later.
I'm Maria Yurdi Kaplan, Executive Director of the Transbay Joint Powers Authority. I can't tell you how excited I am to be here today on this very special occasion. We did it, everyone. Congratulations. Before I jump into remarks, I do want to recognize that Senator Boxer's representative is here with us today, Jennifer Tang. Senator Boxer, along with Senator Feinstein and Leader Pelosi, have been extremely supportive of the project for many years and instrumental in getting us where we are today. I would also like to thank Peter Osborne, who's here from the Federal Railroad Administration, representing the United States Department of Transportation, Secretary LaHood. Secretary LaHood, like the President, has also been very supportive. Thanks to their help, we received $400 million in ARA grants recently that has the project under construction today. So thank you for all of your support. As everyone knows, 6 years ago, we held an international competition for teams of architects and developers to design the transit center and the tower on the property where we stand today. The team of Pelley Clark Pelley Architects and Hines won that competition with a design for the transit center that will stand for generations as a model for elegance and functionality. 3 years ago, we made history when we broke ground on the Grand Central Station of the West Coast. And now the station is under full construction, and you can hear the cranes next to us. And today we make history again with the celebration of the record land sale of more than $191 million and ceremonial groundbreak of what will soon be the tallest tower west of the Mississippi, the Transbay Transit Tower, also designed by Caesar Pelli. Mr. Pelli has designed an office tower that is luminescent, elegant, and that will redefine and grace San Francisco skyline. The transit tower will also serve as an anchor for the new Transbay Center and highlight the importance of public transit to the region and the state of California. As you know, the proceeds of the sale of the tower property, over $191 million, will help to fund construction of the transit center and allow us to keep providing thousands of jobs to our disadvantaged communities, veterans, disabled veterans, and women, and allow us also to continue our mentorship and internship opportunities for our youth. It's important to give back with these public infrastructure projects, and that's what the Transbay Transit Center project is doing. The partners in the development of the tower, Boston Properties and Hines, have committed to build improvements that will integrate the tower with the transit center. And on the east half of this site, you will soon see Mission Square, which will serve as the primary entrance to the transit center. Mission Square will also feature elevators allowing the public access to the rooftop park of the transit center and provide a meeting and resting place for travelers, workers, and residents of the area. The workers in the tower will have direct access to the rooftop park via a pedestrian bridge that will enjoy the benefits of working in the new Transbay neighborhood. We congratulate Boston Properties and Hines on their commitment to the Transbay project and welcome them to our transit-oriented community.
Well, I want to begin by thanking Maria because she's now on her third mayor. And if you're someone who's heading up such an important project for the city, and you have to transition every time a mayor comes in, one has to appreciate the anxiety, the twists and turns, the foresight, the confidence that she must continue instilling in her small staff, but more importantly, in the investor community, because this is where it's at. And if she doesn't have a good story to tell with a lot of confidence, then her job is going to be even harder. And the economy did not help in the last 10 years to make that story any better. So, with that, I want to just give a hearty thanks to Maria's leadership for the last decade and a half of just putting this project and continuing her perseverance in the effort to make this center happen. Today we celebrate the sale of the land from the Transbay, for the Transbay Transit Tower, from the Transbay Joint Powers Authority to the Hines Boston Properties. And I've just, for the first time, really met Mr. Hines and Mr. Zuckerberg. They've been lifelong friends. And I want to just say that I'm going to hang out more with them because I can hear a lot of stories between you two that would help me run the city better. So we're going to try to do that. But, I will say that when this transit tower is complete, it will have the impact of transforming our city's skyline with the tallest structure west of the Mississippi in Chicago. And I'm about to leave for China tomorrow. And I get to go to China and tell them, we got the tallest building west of the Mississippi. What about you? And they're probably going to tell me that they got tall buildings over there as well. But at least we get some bragging rights here that we can say. The state-of-the-art security, safety, sustainability features, a planned 1.4 million square foot office tower developed, owned, and operated by Hines and Boston Properties.
Good morning, and on behalf of the Board of Directors of TJPA, we want to welcome you to the site of what will ultimately be a stunning landmark for the city of San Francisco, the tallest building west of the Mississippi. About 2 years ago, Mayor Lee and I stood roughly in this area with Maria Ariarty-Kaplan to announce the groundbreaking of the terminal site. And at that time, if you all remember, was a very different time. We were talking about a time when construction had pretty much slowed to a halt here in the city, and we were greeting workers that had not worked for years, who were finally welcoming employment in their household and their families. 2 years later, we were standing at a very different time when I believe the mayor announced that we now have at least 47 cranes in the skyline here in the city of San Francisco. So it's amazing how much change can happen over 2 years. The Transbay Center District Plan, I think, has been an important part of that. And it's much more than the terminal and the hub. It's really the focal point of a comprehensive plan marking the new center of downtown, surrounding transit also with housing, retail, on jobs on a scale that has never been seen at this scale on the West Coast. In total, the program represents an exciting evolution both for District 6 and for the city of San Francisco, connecting 11 transit systems and boasting the 5.4-acre city park. The Transbay Transit Center will be an incredible asset to the San Francisco Bay Area, which continues to show tremendous growth. And we're accommodating growth in a manner that both leverages our economic success while preserving our environment and building complete neighborhoods that includes a more walkable neighborhood that's safer for our pedestrians, open space and places of gathering for the residents and office workers that will be here, places to work that you can walk to, places to live, 30% of which will be affordable for our residents here in San Francisco, which will ensure a diverse community in this part of downtown. We must improve and enhance our transit infrastructure while concentrating a dense and vibrant development around it that truly highlights why San Francisco is a world-class city. As the chair of this board, I have had a rare opportunity to be more intimately involved in this process. And I know that Clark Pelley has done an incredible job of envisioning a transit tower and a terminal that will truly enhance our skyline, both high and low. And as the district supervisor for the South of Market and sponsor of the Transit Center District Plan, I'm excited that the existing residents will soon benefit from amenities of a complete neighborhood that they invested in early on when they moved to this neighborhood. I'm also proud to represent a city that has undertaken such a large and complex project. And Mayor Lee said it, we do have to give thanks to our director, Maria Iardi Kaplan, who has been our chief for the last 10 years. And it's been a very complicated plan and project. And it takes a level of persistence and tenaciousness and vision to ensure that a project happens like this on time.
This is a very important day for me today. I have been dreaming about this tower and this center for over 6 years. Now it is all going to be reality. And I hope in not too long we'll all gather here to celebrate the opening of the tower and the center. I have always admired and loved San Francisco. It is an incredible city. It is dynamic at the same time. It's gentle, delightful. It's an incredible place. And we have designed a tower appropriate for this city. The tower will be svelte, but dynamic, elegant, and very gracious. It will be very appropriate tower for this great city. And now that it seems to be the tallest tower not only in San Francisco, but west of the Mississippi, what a marvelous marker for this place. When you see it at a distance, this tower, you will know that the transit center is at its base. And when you arrive in San Francisco, in a super rapid chain from Los Angeles or San Diego, you will get out and you will be in this tower. So it's a marvelous combination to have the gateway to the city and the tallest building next to each other. It's an extraordinary combination. This will create a new center for the city, a new focal place for the city. The tower will raise into the sky, and we have designed it to be as delicate as possible and to end in a top that will almost dissolve in the air. So it will be indeed, it will be a very San Franciscan tower in every respect. It will be a gorgeous tower. And I'm so happy to be here today. Thank you all very much.
Impressed when I see Cesar, because he just doesn't age. He's just timeless. Thank you, Cesar. Our next guest speaker's name is synonymous with quality in real estate development.
Thank you, Maria, Mayor Lee, Supervisor Kim. It's a real pleasure to be here today with such an exciting project and with my good friend Mort Zuckerman. Boston Properties is a great organization with strong commitment to excellence and environment. And let me give you one example of that. This building will be the first that I know of that will be able to introduce 100% fresh air on every floor, creating a sustainability and lowering the energy requirements of any building in the United States or the world. So, thank you, Mort, for helping us on that. And I think that we have been in this community since the late 70s. And we've developed some 9 million square feet.
and it's wonderful to be part of this, of the pride of San Francisco. But also, this tower will be part of an initiative of our country, which is to move closer and into the Pacific. I don't know if you know it, but this will have almost not quite a twin, but in Hong Kong, the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, you'll have two towers by Caesar Pelli looking to one of our major initiatives of our country in the next 15 years, which is the Pacific. So we will be the brother of the sister in Hong Kong. So I want to thank each of you for the help and the journey that we've been on. I'd like my son, Jeff, and Jim Bowie, the CEO of the West Coast, who has endured many, many battles. We share the property, share the privilege with Boston Properties, and thank you for the opportunity to develop such a wonderful, high-quality, energy-efficient building that we are going to be so proud of. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. I speak here on behalf of Boston Properties. I think we are looking forward very much to expanding the company's name to Boston San Francisco Properties when this building is finished. It is no great challenge or difficulty for me to stand here and express a lot of enthusiasm, for it captures two of the things that mean the most to me in life. One is, I am, to put it in a phrase, an urban alcoholic. I love city life, and anybody who loves city life cannot help but love San Francisco and all the good things that are happening here. And the other thing is, if I may say so, I love to work with great people, and Jerry Hines, for those of you who know him, know that he fits into that category. In fact, if you think this building is the tallest building west of the Mississippi River, Jerry Hines is the tallest developer from south of the Canadian border. Now, I think that it's just terrific to be able to put together the vision that he has brought to everything that he has done and the work that we can do together. I want to say that this is not an accident. You need urban leadership to do that, and you have that in this city with the mayor, with Maria, and with the supervisor, Kim. It just does not happen by accident that you were able to bring as many good people together and as much in the way of financial support in order to back up your dreams. And I think what we have here is something that Shakespeare described in a very interesting way when he said, "'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished." Everybody wishes to have this kind of a project take place in this kind of a city and show the kind of energy that cities can have, and when they have good leadership. So we are, as we say, just thrilled to be here. It is not easy to do these things. I mean, you have to give birth to the deed itself. It's one thing to talk about it, another thing to make it happen. And you have, in this city, the kind of people and the kind of business community, the kind of political leadership that makes that possible. We're just thrilled to be a part of it. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Mort. It's an honor. And I believe now we have the check presentation. And I will let Mort do the honors. Mort, if you could come up, please. And the mayor, and Jerry, and Supervisor Kim.
I did not say that this was the painful part of the process.
Like that, hey, let's all join in and support it.
Everyone have their shovels.
You gotta carry a big shovel on this one.
Where's John?
John Ram.
Right
here. Excuse us, we have to get We need to get the director in here.
Hey, come on. You should be over there, right? Yeah. Right cool. Nice. Right on your name. There you go. Perfect.
Is everyone here now, Paul?
Shovel.
Yeah?
Do we have another shovel? Okay, great. Here we go. Thank you, Ellen.
Hey, so on 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
That's a pretty good looking shovel.
Very nice.
We get to take these.
Mr. Mayor, last time we talked, it was over here, and you're signing a beam, and
That's
now
right.
here we are. How do you feel?
Well, it's been a change in spirit. We were celebrating the fact that some people really were lucky to get these first jobs, so our monies, the recovery funds, and of course now we've done everything right to use that opportunity and build on it. And I think today's not only check the vision of this tower being an anchor with 4 other buildings that are going up at the same time, with the transit plan that's been passed, with all not only jobs but our knowledge economy being at the center of this transit center. I think we're doing all the things right, and we're keeping communications with everyone around what do we do to continue keeping the city investor confident. And I'm happy for our city. I think we're still very fortunate, and my job is to work on the other sectors, whether it's healthcare, whether it's hospitality and tourism, or the biotech and life sciences, so that we continually invest in the areas that are going to make us the strongest city, not only for today, but for the future. But right now, it's about this transit center, and it's turning out to be exactly what the previous mayors had envisioned, and we're continuing to do all the right things to encourage investment in this area.
Mayor Lee, part of that vision is high-speed rail.
Yes.
What if high-speed rail does not happen? What happens to the center?
Well, I usually don't think about what if things fail. I always think about what can we do to make sure they succeed. And, the first thing is to make sure we electrify the Caltrain. And I know that we're already accommodating for that to happen with this transit center. High-speed rail is yet an additional challenge, but it is our very strong future for the state of California. And I suggest that we're going to work really hard with the governor's office and with the president to make sure that we get all the funding. It's already started being built in Central Valley. The mayors all along the route are all working together on it. So I'm not thinking about what if it doesn't happen. I'm thinking about how do we accommodate and make sure we set the conditions right for it to happen, and to happen the correct way. That means some adjustments with the way we're thinking now in terms of the critical planning that's going on. But everybody who's been involved in this project knows there are additional twists and turns. But some of that could be very much to welcome in a big, bright future for high-speed rail.
Mayor, I understand Thursday is a day for mayors to stand up for gun control or against illegal guns. What are your plans? What will you be doing?
Yeah, I hope I'm not that short. I've been standing up quite a bit. And obviously, we've introduced some special legislation here in San Francisco, particularly with respect to the procurement of large quantities of ammunition, and also the types of ammunition, be it Palo Point or some military assault weapons ammunition, to ban them from possession. We hope, and we've been told by the state legislators that are working on some 8 different packages, that our contribution has been an invaluable part of it. And of course, a couple of weeks ago, we hosted the Sandy Hook families, and it's another reminder of what we have to do as a country: work on mental health, work on gun registry, background checks, all those other things while we do gun control, and really getting assault weapons off our streets. Really, again, it's the right thing to do, and I'm not worried about the politics. We all got to stand up to do the right thing, and I'll continue doing that.
Is there a particular event or anything that's happening tomorrow for you?
I think we're joining in our announcements as we are. No special events except continuing everything that we're doing. And we've been very consistent with the state, region, and with the national. I've joined Bloomberg on the Mayors Against Illegal Guns as well.
Mayor Henry Alvarez.
I'm talking with the legendary Gerald Hines. Mr. Hines, how did you come to be involved in the project?
Well, we started early when the initiative went out and the competition, and we've had such a wonderful experiences in in San Francisco, and it's one of the gateway cities of America to the Pacific, and we want to participate in what we thought would be one of the great buildings in America, and it will be.
And people don't know this because it's a different time, but you're the creator of the Galleria concept in America, and I want to congratulate you for that. As a person who went to Texas Arlington, and as I said to you off camera, was lucky enough to go through the construction site before it was finished in '84.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Something else. I was taking real estate class under Mr. Buell, and that's how I wound up. I was on the real estate club. And so one of your people took us on a full tour of it, and
the Galleria.
Yes, sir, in Dallas. Yeah, the Dallas Galleria. The second,
Dallas, yeah.
Right. The first one was the Houston one.
In Houston.
Right, yeah. How did you come up with a concept? How did that come about?
Well, when you want to try to make a successful project, and you got 3 levels of a retail, and you got the basement level, which normally rented for 20-25% of the ground of the fashion level, I wanted to figure out some way to get traffic down there, and that's why I created the ice skating rink, that would create the traffic, and it did.
It's a brilliant idea. It's more like a Disney concept, the kind of the carrot at the end of the stick, right? Or the, yeah, brilliant idea.
And so the rents were normally going to be $2, and they turned out to be $12, the same as the fashion level. So
brilliant.
You got to come up with ways to get traffic.
Well, brilliant. And we're getting the wrap up, but thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Jeremy.
Great moment for San Francisco. It's putting the density and the jobs in the right place next to transit, creating a new heart for downtown. It's very important time.
So what do you expect all this to look like by 2018?
I expect this to be the center of activity for downtown. Really pedestrian-friendly, transit-friendly place. Lots of jobs, lots of housing, lots of parks. It's going to be really fantastic.
Hey, thanks so much. Zuckerman, how did you come to know about this project and get involved with it?
Well, we have a fairly big office here in San Francisco. We've been doing a lot of work here in many ways for a long time. And frankly, the opportunity to build this kind of iconic building in a market as unique as San Francisco, in a location as unique as this, was just an opportunity that we just could not pass up. So we really went after it, and we were thrilled to be designated.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
I'm beyond ecstatic. Thank you for asking.
You got it, definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.